What's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Stranger Days, and there's been a weird phenomenon on YouTube for quite some time that I'm fascinated by, and I find it funny that people believe that it's real, but they legitimately believe that there is a guy who is a time traveler. He's known as YouTube's time traveler, and apparently he's finally speaking out about how he does it, about how he travels through the time-space continuum to let us know what the landscape of the world will be like in the year 2030. Saying here that YouTube time traveler explains why he's speaking out, probably because views have dropped and he needs more of that sweet, sweet end-of-year ad revenue. It's true. Now, this year, the most famous time traveler on YouTube is back with another video on the ApexTV channel. It says here, previously, Noah, the supposed time traveler, told the millions of people who have clicked on his videos what a map of the US looks like in 2030, predicted what will happen in Asia in the next decade, and showed off raw footage from Las Vegas in the next century. These videos are low rent and easily laughed off as CGI gags, but that hasn't stopped Noah from snowballing millions of viewers. Again, everyone loves a good mystery. We do. We love a good mystery in this world. There's nothing wrong with it. People enjoy the fanciful. They like looking at something and thinking, hey, maybe that could be a reality. Obviously, the Bible and Fox News are fantastic at perpetuating that. And it's a joke. Yeah, sure, it's a joke. But people on YouTube are really, really, really good at crafting those narratives themselves. And to that effect, they've been able to amass quite a large following. This particular time traveler just makes vlogs talking about the future and gets a lot of attention. Now, it says here, in his latest video, Noah said the reason why so many supposed time travelers are displaying proof of their journey to 16th century China and showing photos from the future is simple. It's because the government, this would be the US government, treats time travelers poorly. So they get on YouTube to show that people from the future are actually exist in the present. In essence, the time travelers are pissed and they want the world to know about it. Yes, because if you are going to be oppressed by the US government, you are a time traveler. Okay, sure. Sure. Okay, fine. He says here, the government doesn't like time travelers. They have us work for them. They don't really treat us well. We're treated worse than fast food workers. We're treated worse than people who work in sweatshops in third world countries. Time travelers want to go out and expose the government because they're so angry about being treated this way. So hold on. Let's just kind of reverse it real quick here. Back it up a hot second here. So time travelers here, according to Noah, are treated worse than fast food workers, people who work for a minimum wage, which varies from state to state. And by the way, working minimum wage can even get you an apartment to live in, even a shitty one. So, you're forced to work for a mega corporation that makes billions of dollars a year, and you don't get anything out of that, no real benefit out of it outside of just a measly steady paycheck. And yet you think that the ability to travel through time is worse than that? I mean, if you really wanted to mess with the space-time continuum, if you really wanted to stick it to the government, you would then have the ability to go back in time with lottery numbers, right? To wait for when there is the $1 billion lottery and drop those numbers and be like, damn, I just got lucky. And then you keep hitting it again and again and again and again and again. And then I don't know how it happened. I'm just really the luckiest person alive. And then you then fund your own government to get back at the government that let you down or something along those lines. You use something for personal gain. No, there's nothing in here that'd be about a moral or ethical thing. If you have the ability to time travel, literally no one would know that you are fucking with the future. No one would know this thing. So I find that statement to be utterly, utterly ridiculous. He goes on to say here that in the video, Noah explained the mechanics of it could take to get him to the present, which are really his past. Saying he talked about time travel through black holes and space travel, theories that are legitimate according to scientists, and then he used a pencil and a piece of paper to show how time traveler could break through the space-time continuum, saying here time travel is a very complicated subject. Yes, it's a very complicated subject. No, I'm glad that you brought that to everyone's attention. I'm glad that not just the average person can walk back time or go forward in time. That's good. That it's a complicated ritual that requires people who are very smart to work on it. Now, there are people out there who have theorized that time travel is real, that you could legitimately find a way to go through time. I would argue that you could never go back in time. You can never redo something, but you could probably go forward in time using some form of suspended animation. That would just be, I think going forward would be probable. Going back, not so much. Folding the space-time continuum feels more like it could be used for current traveling through the cosmos versus going back to make sure you didn't miss that court date or something. You know what I mean? I really do get a kick out of these time travel videos. I've watched a few of them. They're pretty funny, but people want to believe it. They want to believe it. And I'm just going to tell you this, Noah. If you're going to want people to believe that you're some kind of freedom fighter, you're trying to call truth to power, expose the government for what it's doing, you may not want to sit there and say that you're more oppressed than fast food workers, because the video you're shooting at a restaurant, what appears to be a fast food restaurant. So, you may not want to sit there in a home where they work and go, "Hey, I'm worse than you." And I don't think you're gonna get a free McChicken out of that one, dude. But the truth of the matter is, people enjoy it. They find the stories to be entertaining and engaging. And a lot of other YouTube time travelers have tried figuring out ways to do this too, just for shits and grins. And the thing is, it is a niche on YouTube, and it is one that you have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, simply because that is just how YouTube operates. So Noah here is very much looking to get some more attention and decided to use this expose, this tell all, because it's very complicated. Yeah. All right. What do you guys think about this? You think any of this stuff is real? You think time travel is real? Could we go back in time? Could we only go forward in time? Is it all just BS? And what would you say if you met a time traveler? These are things I'm curious to know. Let me know down in the comments. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This has been Stranger Days. Have yourself a great day, guys. And remember, if you go back in time, do me a favor and give me some freaking louder numbers so I could really upgrade my computer gear. That'd be fantastic. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one and peace out.